I know these videos are getting long, and some of you have TikTok brains, so it hurts your feelings that I share full details. But the thing is, if your bike's working fine, you don't need this video. If yours isn't broken, then don't watch the video. Gentlemen, and the 1% of you that are ladies, there's a check engine light that wasn't there earlier, so there are troubles. But I am heading back to Honda. The ECU is not the solution. I posted a video earlier. It's too hot. I put my sunglasses on. Sorry about the wind, but here we go. To be clear, there are no electronic mods on this bike whatsoever, except for the quick shifter and the heated grips, which came from Honda. They are OEM Honda, and Honda installed them. What they're gonna do this time is they're gonna change out the whole CAN bus. Now originally, 2 days from now, I had an appointment for the CAN system, but they figured they'd do the ECU first, and at first I was like, I don't have time to ride, so they canceled it. So now I'm gonna bring the bike, it's the 19th, they're gonna keep it till probably the 28th, and do it as they have time. I am linking a playlist in the description that is every issue and every attempt at fixing it that this bike has had. And I'll link a second playlist that shows you every modification to this bike. If they fix it, this is the best bike for me, I believe. I'm not going to become a major off-road rider. It's just not who I am. I really enjoy the streets. I know that's not what we're supposed to say. We're supposed to say streets are boring and go 100% off-road and you need a small bike, as if it's some kind of climate change conspiracy from Europe. I enjoy the street. If I go to a live event, I like live sports, but I don't typically watch sports. But if you want me to watch a motocross or an enduro race, I just am not going to enjoy myself. You want me to watch Supermoto? That's interesting. You want me to watch MotoGP? That's really interesting. But it is the leans and the high speed, minimum grip on the pavement that I enjoy. So that's where I'm looking at tires for this bike as well. And I enjoy using the full 90 horsepower. Not in the city, that's where I'm in standard. I'm not going to say it's fixed until I've done 1,000 trouble-free kilometers.
I just left Honda, and I don't think they dislike me. They're very nice, very friendly people, but I can tell they're as tired of working on my bike as I am of having them work on my bike. So hopefully this is the last time, whatever last time means. But till I go back, I'll see you later. It is early morning on the 27th. They have finished a day early, 2 days early, because they called me last night and my CAN bus has changed and they said there are no new error codes, so hopefully that's it. About an hour-and-a-half walk, so I am making my way downtown, walking fast places past away from home now, and we'll see if the bike works. Till then.
I forgot about my suspension. So the bike is just that much taller. And I'm not wearing riding boots because I walked an hour and 10 minutes to get here in the Osaka summer heat. Osaka Higashi is where I got all the service done. I didn't buy the bike there. I've done nothing with them financially. Of course, Honda paid the mechanics for their work, so they didn't work for free, but I'm not a traditional customer of theirs. I bought this at a dealer in Tokyo. Now we're in Osaka. This dealer did all three of these services. I always got a cup of coffee when I got there, ice in the summer, hot in the winter. Every annoying question I had, every road inspection question I had, every warranty question I had about what can I get away with. I told them I like them, but I hope I don't see them anytime soon. But now I'm just gonna ride home, be an attentive father for a few days, and then go on an adventure as, I guess, an unattentive father. 3,675 kilometers plus 8,000 for when they change out the dash. For legal, they physically can change the dash to the real odometer reading, but there's a sticker that they fuse to the frame. They can't legally change my dash because of road inspections and fraud inspections and all that. I don't fully understand. It's a Japanese thing, it's not a Honda thing. So I could illegally get it done, but no Honda dealer can do it, and that would void my warranty. Now for some potential bad news, I just noticed that my average fuel consumption just reset, which is bad, because I'm definitely not getting 0.3 kilometers per liter, otherwise I'm empty 20 minutes ago. That was one of the issues that I had with the warranty stuff, so there it is, everything reset, the date reset, the everything reset, and my fuel economy just reset. I didn't reset it. I'm almost worried my headlight's not even on. Like, I want to stop and check if it's broken. I'm actually worried now that maybe I'm having more reliability issues. Have my headlights failed? More deer, all these deer. Have my headlights failed? Because, I mean, this is so dark. Look at that. I don't think I have headlights, guys. And again, I've done nothing to the bike's wiring other than look at it. So these are the DRLs, right? You see there's nothing here? There's nothing here. Let's turn on the high beam. There's the high beam. There's nothing else. I don't have a headlight. So now this bike has no headlight. It was a perfect time to get some lights sent to me, because without them, I literally can't get home. I mean, I actually don't have headlights, guys. So my fuel economy is wrong. The date and time is wrong. There was a check engine light yesterday. And now I don't have headlights. I don't know what else might go wrong, but it's a twisty mountain road full of deer and possible monkeys. So that's the high beam, and that's it. I just have a high beam. So luckily I have these lights. I don't know what to do about that. I know the vast majority of people are not having these issues, but I literally don't own a KTM because I bet on Honda reliability. God, I'm unhappy. I'm so unhappy. There's the city. City looks nice at night from far away. Cities look lovely at night when you're not in them. That's it. I'm back at the city. I'll get home. Now the only danger is getting a ticket. July 11th, we have no headlight and the meters are all acting funny. Now what that actually means is I do have a high beam and I have the DRLs. I don't have a low beam for some reason, no matter what I do. I did just get off the phone with Honda and they are going to change my BCU, body control unit. And I'll be honest, that's the first time I've ever heard of something like that. There's gonna be storms all week, so I'm probably gonna get wet on the way there. Chance I'll get wet right now. I'll see you with an update. Right, we are heading back to Honda trying to beat the storm, and I'm not so optimistic about that second part. The one comment that keeps coming up from North America, Australia, and the European Union is the existence of lemon laws, because you guys all have them. For those who don't know, a lemon law is essentially if you have the same issue 3 times under warranty, it is the manufacturer's responsibility to buy the bike back or give you a new bike. And since I bought it brand new, they do owe me brand new, not a certified used or anything like that. However, this is Japan and we don't have those laws. But Japan has a multitude of customer protection laws that all add up to what's similar to a lemon law. This is my 5th trip for the same issue. It's really getting annoying. Like, the bike's getting worse, not better. But what Japan does have is a very strict warranty regulation. So in this case, Honda, because I have video evidence, because their mechanics have seen it, and there's no question that the issues are 100% real, Honda is obligated to fix the bike, but they are not obligated to replace the bike with a big but. One thing I have is an unlimited warranty for these specific issues. In Japan, because I bought it from a Honda dealer, I have an unlimited mileage, unlimited kilometer, 3-year warranty. And it's now been just over 1 year. So I still have 2 more years. But let's say in 5 years, they haven't fixed these issues that happened under warranty, they're still under warranty. And then they have the parts warranty of when they replace them, then the time starts. So in 10 years, if they finally fix it, then those parts warranties start. There's no concern that I ever have to put my own money into fixing this. But in Japan, I just have to give the maker infinite attempts at replacing parts. Now, if they've replaced everything they can think of, and the bike's still having issues, like say they do everything, and it turns out the issue is somehow a spark plug, which I'm pretty sure is impossible. But if they didn't think of the spark plug, repairing does include replacing. If you replace 100% of the parts on the bike, i.e. a different bike, well, technically you have in fact repaired my bike, and that is the regulation here. So today I may say, if this isn't the solution, what are we doing, guys? Because there's just so much I can't get done because I have to keep going back, and you know, I've got a 1-month-old baby at home and a 2-year-old, and my wife's not loving the fact that my parent leave is spent at Honda. I know one person who knows someone, so a bit of a hearsay, who did actually get a replacement from Honda because a DCT issue couldn't get sorted out on an Africa Twin. So it's not impossible that I just end up with a new bike, but part of the reason they're so strict on the Japanese and not saying we have the lemon laws to just replace it is kind of a testing ground where if I just get a new bike, they haven't fixed this bike for you, the viewer, who is not in Japan. So maybe some 2025s as time goes on are going to start having these issues. And then will 2026 have these issues? It's a nice little street. You have a stop sign, sir. So ignoring that everyone in Osaka runs stop signs and red lights, if they use my bike as the guinea pig, then the solution becomes known. So if they fix my bike, then that may turn into a recall for all of you. Because some people are having these issues right away like me. Some people are not having these issues for the first 20,000 kilometers. But if it's a recall, it's not a warranty issue. It is a maker's recall. And so that's one reason why in Japan, they know the Japanese will stand by a Japanese brand. Forget that I'm not Japanese. But what that all ends up meaning is they are going to keep playing with my bike to find the whole model lineup's solution. Because if it is a genuine defect in this bike and this model, and it's something that carries over to the 2025, it is incredibly possible that I am in the perfect condition to cause the issues to happen. Which means if they just switch the bike, the new bike's gonna have the same issue. So finding the issue is the real solution, as annoying as it is for me. Though I will say, to be petty and frustrating, I don't work for Honda. So why am I putting so much work into getting Honda's bike fixed? But that's it. I'm around the corner from Honda, and hopefully this is the last video saying, hey, it's finally fixed, here's the solution. And to all you out there having these issues, say this to your dealer and show them this video. But again, I just really do want to thank the dealer. I'm not saying anything bad about the dealer because they are making time for me to get this work done. Like, they have no time. It's the busiest time of the year for them. They are backed up for months, but they are finding time to squeeze me in. So this is not a dealer issue. And Honda is putting in all the effort to get it fixed. Like, Honda Japan is really working hard with my dealer to find a solution. So no negative feelings towards either one. I just kind of paid for a brand new Japanese bike to not have these issues. Could have had these issues and been on a high performing KTM or Aprilia. But till then, bye bye. Well, ladies, gentlemen, and anyone else watching, we have a headlight. All they did was change the BTU, and I do have a headlight. I do not have error codes. They fixed my clock. They fixed my date and time. The fuel gauge is still wrong. It's still saying 0.6 kilometers per liter. We'll see if that gets better on its own. If it doesn't, they'll change out the left-hand switch. I know these videos are getting long, and some of you have TikTok brains, so it hurts your feelings that I share full details. But the thing is, if your bike's working fine, you don't need this video. There's over 100 people at this point who are commenting on the various videos having the same issues. So this is for them, to help them get their new Honda working like new. If yours isn't broken, then don't watch the video. But a personal update, here's a picture of my helmet. Little Rock gave it a good sized chip, and I am going to Shoei right now, Shoei Osaka, to ask them, is that a paint chip or is that a safety concern? I can't afford a new helmet, but I also can't afford a second brain surgery. It is starting to rain, but it is also so hot that I think I would just accept the moisture as a cooling solution. Let the rain fall down and set my dreams, let it wash away the sad melody, 'cause I wanna feel that thunder, wanna see. Let the rain fall down, I'm calm and clean. Let's try rain mode. because of the rain. Do I want to wiggle past some sports cars? I think I do. Low mirror, high mirror. What a game to play. Generally, I'm a huge fan of rain. I just don't know if the Shoei showroom is a huge fan of wet customers. I have disproven waterproof phones too many times, so allow trust issues to win this fight. This is the Hornet 2, or Hornet ADV in Japan, so it's not the new safety standards, and that does tempt me to hope it's broken, but the emptiness in my wallet says I really hope it's not. So if anyone wants to sponsor the channel and send me a ECE 2206 standard helmet, that would be really cool. As much as I really cannot overstress how much I cannot afford a helmet, I also can't afford another brain surgery. And, you know, even though it's pretty cheap in Japan compared to the States, I just don't want another brain surgery. Call me weird. But the first one was plenty. At speed, the wind on my wet arms and just feeling the rain hit me, it's a bit of a chill, but stop and go traffic, right now I'm back to sweating. I can't tell what's on my arm more, rain or sweat. 33 degrees Celsius. That is a drop in temperature from the 38 when I left home an hour and a half ago. I just gotta say, like, if Osaka was in the USA, it'd actually be a pretty clean city on average. This is not everywhere, but it's really common. It is so much dirtier than the rest of Japan. And that's because of the number of times I see people just throw trash out their window like this, like all the time. And if you've never been to Japan, that's insanity compared to the rest of the country. You can go literally everywhere and not see this. This is an Osaka special. Making my way downtown, walking fast, places fast and home now. Interestingly, traction control works the best when your RPMs are up high, which I don't want to do in the rain. So ironically, I'm preventing it from doing its job in a fear of getting to the point where it works. I don't know if this is legal. Oh, and I did check with the Honda representative at the dealer. They really don't do bike exchanges outside of truly extreme circumstances that I have yet to meet. And this is not the USA. You don't just call a lawyer when you don't get your way.
So I am back. I'm not sure when the camera shut off. My DJI that's waterproof seems to be less than, but that's the fan going. But see right there on the wall, I have a headlight and I have a high beam. Right here, you can see the fuel economy is back to normal. What I did was, you see here, you hold the function button and then it'll light up things that are changeable like this. And then you hold up, it resets back to 0. So hold up on the D-pad. I already did it, I don't want to do it again. So right now, everything is working on the bike. I am terribly wet, it is still raining. And now that I'm home, the rain stopped. It stopped right as I got home. What a life to live. Hopefully I'm just done going back to Honda. Except for, they did say when I changed my tires, the wetness now, but they're full of cracks and they're very close to the wear bar despite how thick they look. Front and rear, 320 yen. So like $2 per tire, they will throw them away. So I change them myself and then I just show up with tires in hand, strapped to the back of the bike. And there we are. But that's it. I'm gonna go inside, change, throw stuff in the wash, and take a shower. Bye-bye. All right, guys, I say this with a lot of hesitation, but we're back at the bike, and I think it's fixed. And if someone's asking, this is the same muffler. It's just I sanded all the coloring off because it was stupid. But if we go over to the dash, see that fuel economy? It got almost to 25 kilometers per liter. Now, the reason that's consequential is this bike, since I've owned it, has never read over 22 kilometers per liter. And by my math, when I fill it up, I'm definitely getting closer to 25. So not only has the fuel economy not reset itself again, but I think it was just never correct from the beginning. And the other thing is, when I unplug the dash to get underneath it, or I unplug the battery, it resets the clock, it resets the date, and it resets the fuel economy every time. It doesn't do that anymore. So I don't know what's normal, what's not normal, but it doesn't do that anymore. So, you know, if I'm wrong and the issues continue, there will be a pop-up right here with the saga continuing. But if there's no pop-up, there haven't been any new issues, which means that we can continue, because I am expecting some post. And I've recently gotten a new RPHA 60. That's all coming soon, so stay tuned, and hopefully we're done here. Bye-bye.